Yeah, I got a big problem. Big problem. I don't see a scenario in which Drew Brees should be ranked ahead of Aaron Rodgers. Skip, if you look at it, Aaron Rodgers has a Super Bowl MVP, and 2 regular season MVP in this decade. Drew Brees does not. Skip, playoffs. Drew Brees is 4-6. Aaron Rodgers is 10-7. Drew Brees has 21 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. Aaron Rodgers is 36-11. And if you look at the championship games they lost, Skip, 2019, they gave up 37 points to the 49ers. 2016, 44 to the Falcons. And we know what happened in overtime against Seattle. They failed to field an onside kick. So if I just look at it, and I understand that Drew Brees has the numbers, Skip, but he's thrown the ball over 1,000 more times than Aaron Rodgers did in this decade. And 7 to 9 Pro Bowl appearances, Aaron Rodgers missed a half of 2 seasons. But if you look at what they accomplished, Rodgers has 6 division titles, Brees has 4. You look at the Super Bowl appearance, you look at NFC Championship game appearances, that's 4-1 in Rodgers' favor. So I'm surprised that Drew Brees is so much higher than Aaron Rodgers. Another one that I thought was like, but then when you look at it, Skip, J.J. Watt, I think what happened to J.J., Skip, is that he started off like gangbusters. But if you look at over the last 3 or 4 years, Skip, he's kind of like been nicked. He's missed a substantial amount of time, and I think Aaron Donald has passed him. So I was a little surprised. Would I have been disappointed if J.J. Watt would have been a little higher? No. But I understand what they took into account, because the last 3 or 4 years, Skip, he's missed a lot of time with injury. But the biggest problem that I have is with Aaron Rodgers being way below Drew Brees.
Wait a second. You just missed the elephant in our living room here.
Ain't no elephant in no living room.
Tom Brady is number 1 on this list. Your man, Aaron Rodgers, is 6th. You have repeatedly told me the greatest thrower of the football, the greatest ever, is Aaron bleepin' Rodgers. You have told me he is transcendent, that he is consistently, he has been better than Tom Brady. So why didn't you go to the top of the list and say Aaron Rodgers should not just be above Drew Brees, he should be above Tom Brady? You did not say that, because I don't think you really believe that.
Skip, in this decade, Brady has been to 5 Super Bowls. He's won 3. His numbers speak for itself. If I'm not mistaken, they've won the division every single year. Skip, Tom Brady deserved to be the quarterback in this decade. That was not, I made my point. The problem that I have is Drew Brees at 3 and Aaron Rodgers at 6. I believe that should be reversed. I stand by that. So you try to bring something. We're not talking about Tom Brady. See, you always try to get Brady to this argument.
He's number 1.
We're not. Okay,
I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to deflect. America. Shannon Sharp just admitted that Tom Brady is better than Aaron Rodgers. It's over. He has lost the basketball GOAT argument and the football GOAT argument in the same week. It's over for LeBron James, and it's over for Aaron bleepin' Rodgers. If I might, could I read just a couple of lines from the capsule on Pro Football Focus on Tom Brady, ranked number 1? He has the highest single-season grade Pro Football has ever given a quarterback. That was back in 2016. That's not that long ago. He has the greatest 4-year stretch Pro Football Focus has ever graded. That was from 2015 to 2018. That's not that long ago. And Pro Football Focus says Tom Brady defines clutch. I've been trying to tell you that for 4 years. In the 4th quarter and overtime, he still has the highest Pro Football Focus grade of the decade. And beyond that, as great as he's been in the clutch, he's been doing it without making many mistakes. That's what truly makes him special, says Pro Football Focus. I know this stat's going to be hard to swallow, to sort of let it compute, but think about this. Tom Brady in the decade had, by grade, only 124 what are called turnover-worthy plays. That's out of 6,151. That's 2% of his plays in the decade were termed by Pro Football Focus turnover-worthy. That's outrageously low. That's by far the best That's why he is the unquestioned GOAT of the National Football League, which brings me to 6th-ranked Aaron Rodgers. Point, Shannon, and I'll give you this. Late 2010 and all of 2011, Aaron Rodgers was sensational. He made a case for about a year and a half that he was the GOAT. But that was a long time ago. And that was the end of Aaron Rodgers as you knew and loved him. And Pro Football Focus concludes in its capsule on Aaron Rodgers, what holds him back from the very top of this list is that he just couldn't sustain that level. And over the past few seasons has sunk deeper and deeper into a rut of some bad habits. That's Pro Football Focus. That's not me. So they are validating what I've told you. He's been in decline over the last 3 seasons. Lots of bad habits. They grade him lower and lower on Pro Football Focus. Well, you better ask something smart because I think you're in trouble.
No, I'm not in trouble. I'm glad that Pro Football Focus put this out, but they just didn't start playing quarterback in 2015 through 2018. So it'd be very interesting to see if they were to grade some of Peyton Manning years, some of Dan Marino years, and so we could see if those are, how comparable are they to Tom Brady's season.
They did.
Second of all, Skip.
No, they did.
No, I'm just saying, in the decade, who turned the ball over? Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers? In the decade of 2010, it's a simple question. Yes, interceptions. Who had more interceptions, Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers? It was a simple question. It wasn't a statement. It was a question.
Okay, I got a simple answer. They have a chart on Pro Football Focus. You can look it up. Over the decade, Tom Brady had by far the fewest turnover-worthy plays. Aaron Rodgers, to your point, was second on that list. But by far the fewest was Tom Brady.
No, ain't no turnover-worthy plays. I'm talking about turnovers. I'm not talking about smelling the donut. I'm talking about eating the donut. Now, which guy ate the donut? Not smelled the donut, Skip Bayless. Which guy turned it over the most?
Sometimes you throw one to the other team and the other team drops the interception. That happened more often than not.
No, Skip.
Yeah.
Skip. I just want to know one thing, Skip. Did you eat or didn't you eat? I mean, you can tell, man, you know what? I wanted to make me a steak last night with some baked potatoes and yada, yada, yada. Did you eat? What did you eat, Skip Bayless? You keep telling me sometimes you throw it to the guy and he drops it. Did he have more interceptions than Aaron Rodgers? A simple no or a simple... Your Aunt Jenny, can I treat the witness as a hostile witness? Make him answer the question.
Tom Brady had the fewest turnover-worthy plays, said Pro Football Focus. This is their list, and they ranked Aaron Rodgers 6th because his play fell off after 2010/11. Case closed. End of argument. Game over.
Hold on, if I'm not mistaken, so he fell off so much that he won the MVP in 2014? Damn.
Okay, but the last 3 years, that counts in this decade.
Yeah. But they say his play fell